Hello, I am that one IT guru, and today we're going to talk about something that is important for pretty much everybody. So please don't skip this video because you're going to want to know what to do here. Let's take a moment and think about when you buy a car, an expensive piece of machinery. It's like a computer is an expensive piece of machinery, and you go to the dealership and they give you two keys. Well, that's great because if you lose one, you still got the other one. Well, we need to do the same thing with our computer, and we're going to talk about BitLocker. BitLocker is an encryption component of Windows that encrypts all your data so that the bad guys can't get it. And what happens a lot of times, more than not, is it's not protecting the bad guys from getting your data so much as when you have a problem with your computer, an unplanned problem, like you forgot your keys at home, you're going to need that BitLocker key. And most people don't even know that with the newer computers of Windows 11, BitLocker is already enabled on your computer. So we need to get that key and we need to have it ready so that when there's a problem, we can go ahead and give it to a professional that can retrieve our data. So let's take a look. What you're going to want to do first is open up your computer file explorer and maneuver to the part that shows your hard drives known as this PC. In Windows 10, this would also just be called computer, go to the same thing. And what you're looking for is the drive, typically drive C, that has the Windows icon by it. And if that drive has a padlock on it, like you see here, then that hard drive is encrypted. So what you're going to want to do is retrieve the BitLocker key for when you need it. So you're going to right click on it and go to Manage BitLocker. Inside the Manage BitLocker settings, you're going to want to say back up your recovery key. This does require administrative rights in order to do. You have a couple of places that you can save the BitLocker key, and they all come with their pros and cons. Save to your Azure AD account. Well, maybe you don't have Azure AD, so that wouldn't be an option. Save to a file. Well, that's an option. And one thing that you'll notice is that it will not let you save the file to another encrypted hard drive. So you will need a thumb drive or something to save the file. Let's take a look. Let's say you want to save this recovery key as a file, a text file. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we'll just put it in a temp folder location to save it. Let's save it here as this long file number, which is your key and the key ID, but not the passphrase. I kind of don't want anybody knowing what my ID is, so I changed it. So I'm going to click Save. Uh-oh, your recovery key cannot be saved to an encrypted drive. Choose a different location. Okay, well, let's go back to this PC and let's choose this drive. Okay, we'll just we'll make a new folder and call it recovery, right? And we'll save it. Nope. Why? Because if we take a look, all three of my drives are encrypted. So the next option would be to throw a thumb drive on your computer and save it there. Well, let's take a look at another option. Print the recovery key. Okay, but I don't have any actual printers. One thing you can do is say that I have a program called Foxit PDF editor installed. So I may be able to use that, but you can also use Microsoft Print to PDF. So let's go ahead and save the text file here. Looks like that worked. Let's go check it. So I went back to the temp folder on my C drive, and sure enough, I've got a BitLocker recovery key here. I just opened that in Chrome here, and as you can see, I have the identifier, which is sort of like a serial number for the drive, and then the long recovery key itself, should I ever need. Your next option is to move this to another drive, a thumb drive, and maybe print it out and put it in a desk drawer so that the day that you need it, you can retrieve your information. And you can do this for each drive that you have encrypted on your computer. Again, I think everybody should be working on this and collecting this data for their own records so that the day that something does happen, you're prepared. If you like the content of this video and the content of my channel, please feel free to click that subscribe button. I'm planning to come out with a lot more content here soon, which will include more tips and tricks for your computer and IT needs. Thank you for viewing.